Hi, and welcome to the NFL Fan Forum. My name is Art, aka the Seat Cow, and this is my sidekick John, aka the Cowlick.
What's up?
Thanks for joining us. Today we'll be discussing and then grading the wide receiver rooms for both the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks for the upcoming 2021 season. But first, our play of the day.
Play action. And Manning's going to heave one. There's a flag. Beckham, one-handed catch. How in the world?
Oh, my goodness. This is sick. Put this to music. I don't think he stepped out either. That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Marvin on that beat.
First off, let's take a look at the receivers for the Denver Broncos. As all NFL fans know, having talented wide receivers on the roster can only help make a good quarterback into a great quarterback. This year, Teddy Bridgewater is the starter, and the Broncos are a team with some very talented receivers for him. So let's start with a receiver who is coming off an injury-riddled season in 2020. That receiver is Courtland Sutton. At 6'4" and 220 pounds, Sutton is the big body receiver all teams covet. He has sure hands and good route running skills, especially in the red zone. So what is your take on Courtland Sutton in offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur's offense?
Really good. We couldn't see it last year because his injury. We did see him make only 3 receptions, but that was it for 66 yards. But he should have a breakout season this year. I know he did it in 2019, but I think he'll have a bigger season this year because Teddy Bridgewater is going to be the quarterback. He likes to loft the ball up in the air, which makes it easier to catch. I know Courtland Sutton can catch darts from Drew Lock, but he can also catch softballs from other quarterbacks. Some people even say he's like quarterback proof because he can deal with any kind of quarterback. His route running is very good. He's a big guy. People are saying he's the next Megatron, surprisingly, and I don't blame him. He's huge and he can catch the ball. So I'm excited for Courtland Sutton. Now that he's healthy and ready to go, I am expecting huge things from him. He's looking like a beast out there.
Another important piece to the wide receiver group is second-year star Jerry Jeudy. Jeudy was the first-round pick from last year's draft. He is 6'1" and 195 pounds and caught 52 passes for 856 yards and 3 touchdowns in 2020. So what are we going to see this year from Jerry Jeudy?
A breakout year. I mean, I expect big things from Jerry Jeudy as well, just like Courtland Sutton. He has great route running, probably the best route running we'll ever see in the NFL. His hand control has improved. I know he had a lot of drops last year, but I think he fixed that because he hasn't dropped anything so far. He's looking very good. And the best part is, Drew Lock is not going to be throwing him the ball. So it's going to be Teddy Bridgewater, and again, he's going to be lofting the ball, not zipping it, lofting it, so that way it'll be easier for Jerry Jeudy to catch the ball. So Jerry Jeudy's going to love that, and if he catches the ball, holy moly, you're in for a treat because he can easily juke you out of your shoes. He is so good. He has great route running, he is fast. He's everything you want in a number 1 wide receiver, but right now he's a number 2 behind Courtland Sutton. And since Courtland Sutton's back, people are not going to be double teaming Jerry Jeudy. They're going to be double teaming Courtland Sutton, which is going to open big doors for Jerry Jeudy. And if they have to double team Jerry Jeudy, then they'll go to Courtland Sutton. So it's going to be a really scary duo out there. Be on the lookout for Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton to possibly have 2 breakout years.
An underrated part of the receiver room is second-year speedster KJ Hamler. Hamler may be only 5'9" and 178 pounds, but his speed is off the charts along with his change of direction. So what do you see for Hamler this year?
I see a lot of potential. He might have a breakout year too. There's just so much talent with the wide receiver position with the Broncos that Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, and KJ Hamler might all have breakout seasons. heck, possibly this is rare, but all of them might have a 1,000-yard seasons. That would be extremely rare, and I would be super, super happy if all of them had a 1,000-yard season. So I don't know if that will happen, but I guarantee you KJ Hamler will have a breakout year. But KJ Hamler, he's fast. His route running is pretty good. It's decent, but his speed makes up for it because of how fast he is. He can also juke people out of their shoes. Courtland Sutton can't really do that. He's kind of stiff because he's slow too. Jerry Jeudy's fast at it. KJ Hamler is also fast at it. He can hurdle people. Jerry Jeudy doesn't like really hurdling people that much. KJ Hamler does. And he's smaller than most wide receivers. That's why he went to the second round, because he's so small. But he's really, really fast. So I'm looking forward to seeing KJ Hamler. People are saying he's gotten faster over the offseason, and I hope he has, because I want him to be like Tyreek Hill kind of fast. So I'm looking forward to see him out there, and hopefully he'll have a breakout season as well.
When top receiver Courtland Sutton went down last year with a knee injury, a surprise player stepped up and took his place. Tim Patrick is a sure-handed player at 6'4" and 212 pounds. He recorded 51 receptions for 742 yards and 6 touchdowns last year to pick up the slack. So what can we expect out of Patrick this year, now that Sutton's back in the starting lineup?
We can see him as being the backup to Courtland Sutton, because Tim Patrick has a lot of similar traits to Courtland Sutton. He's big, not fast. His route running is honestly just like Courtland Sutton's, really good. Not as good as Jerry Jeudy's, but good. Tim Patrick, he can easily catch the ball. He's really good with those 50-50 balls. Same with Courtland Sutton. This is what I'm saying. Tim Patrick has a lot of traits to Courtland Sutton. Tim Patrick, he's looking great. He hasn't gotten injured ever since his rookie year. He showed a lot of potential when Courtland Sutton got injured, and I'm expecting big things from him.
I think this unit is really good. So what grade would you give for this year's receiver group?
I give it an A+. Reason why I say that? Like, come on, we're getting Courtland Sutton back. Then we're going to have Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, and Tim Patrick all in one. That's a whole bunch of nightmares to face. Like, come on. Courtland Sutton, hopefully he'll have a breakout year this year. Jerry Jeudy, hopefully he'll have a breakout year this year. KJ Hamler, I hope he also has a breakout year this year. Tim Patrick, it's going to be hard to have a breakout year when you're the fourth string wide receiver, but he's still amazing. So I have big expectations for this wide receiver group. Teddy Bridgewater is going to be throwing them dime after dime after dime because he's so accurate. So I'm looking forward to this wide receiver core because it's looking very scary. Now let's move over to the Seattle Seahawks and their wide receiver room. Last year was a strong year for the Seahawks passing game as quarterback Russell Wilson threw for over 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns to set a team record. His main target became DK Metcalf, who also set a team record with 1,303 yards on 83 catches for 10 touchdowns. His size and speed have now become a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses. So what can we expect from DK in year 3?
So we can expect him to have another big year, a very big year. New offensive coordinator Shane Waldron has brought in a really pass-friendly, get the first down, but yet surprise the defenses with deep passes type of offense. And DK is going to be really relishing the opportunity because he's going to be all over the field. He's going to be given a lot of strength out there for the blocking side of it as well as catching the ball. And I just really think he's going to thrive in this type of offense. I would not expect anything less than similar numbers this year that he had last year. That's what I would expect from him.
His partner in crime is Tyler Lockett, who just signed a brand new contract this offseason to remain a Seahawk for several more years. Lockett also set a team record with 100 receptions for 1,054 yards and 10 touchdowns. So what can we expect from Lockett this year?
You know, Tyler's going to have another really good year. He's Mr. Consistent, and I think he's raised his game every year that he's been in the league. And, yeah, he's got sure hands. And he's also Russell Wilson's probably his most reliable target, because DK Metcalf sometimes has drop issues, but Tyler usually does not. He has very good hands. But both of them with the ball are dangerous for any opposing defense. So I'm going to expect that Tyler Lockett is going to have another really good year this year. Again, in this system, this offense, he's going to be motioned everywhere because of his quickness and elusiveness. It wouldn't surprise me if he's lined up in the slot and then out wide, and maybe even take a jet sweep now and then. But yet he can also do the deep ball, as we saw last year. So I'm expecting a lot of big things from Tyler, and I think that he's going to have a great year as well this year.
Our next receiver is rookie second-round pick Dwayne Eskridge from Western Michigan. He is 5'9" and 190 pounds. He brings great speed and good hands to the team. What can we expect from Eskridge this year?
You know, I think we're going to expect really explosive plays from Eskridge. This guy can do everything. He's a great gadget player. I'm excited to see what he can do in Waldron's offense. The Rams type of McVay offense is one of those types that when you have a player like this, you can line him up everywhere on the field. You can have him run behind the formation, take sweep plays and jet sweep plays. Also come out of the backfield with quick dump-off passes, and then also run deep passes as well. Most every type of route running you can do for this type of player. And in this offense, he can do up to most everything and be an explosive addition to the offense to go along with DK and Tyler. I'm expecting really great things from him. I'm hoping this toe injury doesn't affect him this year. They seem to have worked it out and fixed it a little bit better. And so, yeah, I'm expecting really high expectations for him as a third receiver. I think he can do a lot of things.
The last receiver we will be talking about is second-year player Freddie Swain. Swain was used in limited duty last year and achieved 13 catches for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. So what can we expect out of him in 2021?
You know, Freddie Swain's going to be fighting it out with Dwayne Eskridge for the third receiver's catches, and I think that he has a good chance to be in there quite a lot, actually. Last year when he was allowed to play, he showed good quickness, he showed good hands, and he seemed to have decent knowledge of how to get open. And it kind of caught me off guard that he was so well prepared, I guess you could say, for when he was thrown into the games. And next thing you know, he comes up with a big catch. He's had several catches that were, even though it wasn't that many catches, but he still did a lot with those catches. First downs, 2 touchdowns. For a rookie, that wasn't too bad. That's why he's on the team now. And I think he's going to have a little bit more of a role this year. I think there's going to be a lot of passes out there, and I think he's going to get a few. I wouldn't doubt if he gets about 20 to 30 catches and about 3 touchdowns this year. So I think he's going to do pretty good.
So what grade would you give your wide receiver group here?
You know, this year I'm very excited for this wide receiver group. When you have a Russell Wilson who can get you the ball on almost any pass play at any time, all you need to do is have good hands and do great route running and just catch the ball, and he'll put it there for you. And I think these receivers are really going to do that job. I really think they're going to do a great job. The grade I'm going to give is an A. I think this is an A room, and I really feel that this is going to be another great season for passing for Russell Wilson. I think there's going to be a lot of touchdowns in this offense, especially once they really start to implement it and understand it better and let it flow. I really think there's going to be a lot of great plays out there. And yeah, this is an A room, in my opinion, for this year. So that'll do it for our show today. Tell us what you think in the comments section below. Be sure to destroy that like button and subscribe to our channel. And by the way, don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you'll be notified when we upload a new video. This has been Art,
And John.
signing off.